Hi friend, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. In case the link isn't working, simply copy and paste the link into your web browser. Hit enter, and you're good to go. Now let's jump into today's news. Recent gaffes by Biden and Trump may be signs of normal aging or maybe nothing. Details news. Last week, there was a mix-up with President Biden mistaking the president of Egypt for the president of Mexico. Similarly, in late January, former President Donald Trump seemed to mistake his Republican rival Nikki Haley for Representative Nancy Pelosi, a Democrat. Many people speculated about the mental abilities of both men because of these incidents. However, experts in dementia say that such mistakes are not necessarily a sign of a problem. Dr. Zaldy Tan, who leads the Memory and Healthy Aging program at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, explains that everyone experiences memory lapses, but they are more noticeable for public figures. Furthermore, as people get older, memory lapses become more common even in those with healthy brains. Forgetting names, especially as we age, is very normal, explains Dr. Sharon Shaw, who teaches neurology at Stanford University. Changes in our thinking abilities are often linked with conditions like Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia. But it's common for everyone's brain to slow down a bit over time. Even those who seem to age well may experience some changes in their thinking abilities compared to when they were younger. Adds Tan, a slower brain. One reason for this decline is that the brain processes information more slowly as we age. This slower processing can mean it takes longer to answer a question or make a decision. According to Tan, this might not be a big issue for someone like a race car driver or an airline pilot who need quick reactions. However, it's less likely to affect someone in a high-level job with plenty of support and time for planning. Another change linked to aging involves working memory, which lets us hold on to information like a password or phone number for a short time. Dr. Shaw explains that a person in their 20s might reliably remember 7 digits in their working memory. As we get older, this might reduce to around 6 digits, but not to 0. Even as we age, a healthy brain can still learn and remember information. However, older people may find it harder to quickly recall this information. Tan points out that struggling to remember details like the name of a restaurant or a person you met for coffee isn't necessarily a sign of dementia, but rather a normal part of aging. A glitch or a problem. As time goes by, Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia become more common. Around 40% of people aged 80 to 85 either have dementia, which makes living independently tough, or what's called mild cognitive impairment. However, diagnosing these conditions isn't a quick process. Dr. Tan explains that it involves over an hour of testing and a detailed look into someone's life history, not just observing a short clip from a press conference. Some people are reading too much into small parts of interviews without knowing the full picture, he says. Part of diagnosing a brain problem involves ruling out other factors. We ask about sleep because that can affect memory. We inquire about depression, anxiety, and medications, says Dr. Shaw. It's also crucial to compare a person's current cognitive abilities to how they performed earlier in life. For instance, a retired professor might still perform well on cognitive tests despite experiencing a significant decline in mental function. Assessing a president during his time as president, Donald Trump mentioned that he aced a test called the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, MoCA. However, Dr. Shaw explains that this is a brief 10-minute screening test meant to identify major issues, not to deeply assess cognitive function. It's a useful screening tool, says Dr. Shaw. But for a president, one might expect their score to be flawless. Both Dr. Shaw and Dr. Tan agree that voters should consider the advantages of an older person's brain when evaluating presidential candidates. As people age, they gain more experience and better emotional regulation, says Dr. Tan. Therefore, it's important to consider not just a candidate's cognitive skills, but also their wisdom and values. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.